Oh hey, I didn't see you there. My name is
Violet, Rapture, Star.
and I'm here to take you back to a simpler time, when the Atari was £200, Trump wasn't president, and it was actor Dwayne Johnson's birthday. This is 1972, and this is Gaming Through the Ages.
Check this out, boys.
I took to my local game shop to speak to the people who know games best and find out why they think we love games so much.
First of all, what is your name?
I'm Bradley Fox, a local sandwich artist.
My name is Jess and I work in a game shop.
Look at all these games, so original. Over the years, developing and getting ever better.
We call these genres, and it still baffles me how we are able to enjoy killing zombies in one game, then casually jump to a game like Life is Strange. All of this started with 2D games. Pac-Man and Mario are probably the games that come to your mind. These two-dimensional games brought something to the gaming world, giving us all a new and exciting escape from what is now called the Dark Ages. This in return pushed the game developers to be better than they were, to invent new things such as the 3D world. Games back in the day were simple. We had 4 movements if we were lucky. With Pong, we had up and down, imitating a real-life sport. Since it was the first game, you can give it some slack. Next came Space Invaders, a similar concept just on its side. Literally. In this game, there wasn't an up and down control, but it said a left and right, and this is all the game needed. I mean, you were a laser cannon, and your job was to shoot the aliens. Sorry, crabs? Now, what happens when we mix these things together? We get Pac-Man. Well, maybe if you carry over the 3 and add the 6.
In Pac-Man, you were a drug-crazed lunatic who pops more pills than Charlie Sheen here, and you saw ghosts. And this yellow ball, with no life signs whatsoever, runs around eating ghosts. Now this thing doesn't look like it needs to eat, it doesn't seem like it has a digestive system, so why is he eating? Why is he killing these already dead ghosts? Am I the monster in this game?
If we go down the line a little bit, we will see people jumping on that line. More specifically, non-specific Italian men. What's their job? Who do they work for? What's a Yoshi? Is this a Yoshi? These games are of course platformers and the side-scrollers, and we can't talk about these games without mentioning Bubsy, the best Bobcat since Slice Sonic. Games like Contra, Super Mario Bros, and even our Blue Fox friend Sonic the Hedgehog are all part of history, and gamers and non-gamers alike know who these people are as they were so big. They're still here and as big as ever. Well, one of them anyways. Mario and Sonic actually introduced us to water levels, which of course were added to not only pace the game, but it's to add more variety to these games. No matter how much you hate them, but without them, how could you understand the happy times of being a dolphin? I'll ask some people what they think about them.
What is your opinion on water levels in games?
Water levels in games can be done well.
It depends on the game, I'd say. I mean, stuff like on Sonic and Tails, when you have that stupid counter that counts down how long you can be under and you physically can't get to the top, not such a fan, but on like Mario and stuff, I have less of a problem.
Back in 2D games, you only had 4 directions of movement, being up, down, left, right. And then in 3D, you've got up, down, left, right, forward diagonal, backward diagonal, everywhere around the place. So games often struggled with it, which is why in Mario 64, a lot of the water levels are a lot painful.
Now, when speaking about water levels, there is one gaming franchise that comes to my mind, and that is Zelda. In Zelda, you are tasked with not only solving puzzles, but solving these puzzles underwater, and to go underwater we need to equip the right boots, because for some reason, these steel boots weigh differently in your backpack than when they're equipped. Meaning, if you equip the wrong boots by accident, then you float back up, then you need to go back down, meaning you have to equip the different boots, meaning you have to open up all these different menus, meaning you're in a perpetual motion of going up, up, down, down, left, right, be a start. Thank you, Nintendo, for such a great gift.
Sports. Ugh. Alright, I guess I'll talk about sports games. No, not FIFA. I'm not going that far for a distinction. No, I'm just going to quickly talk about the Daley Thompson Spectrum Eclair game. Now, this is a game. For the running game, you got to move this thing very violently. I'm sure this game was easier if you were a boy. You know, because boys like sports. Whoa there, coming in hot! Alright, move on to these guys. The team of versus... Wait, who's who? We got the ball now? Go, 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 go! Well, that's too much excitement for me. I mean, when you got this going, and then this... Alright, here's the NES and N64. This is everyone's favourite part, but since there's quite a bit to talk about, I'm going to have to do this part as a kind of lightning round stage. So, okay then, here we go, best part. Says, what a machine, right? You can play some Mario All-Stars and play the best Mario games. Except that one. Get some Zelda, you know, maybe some Majora's Mask, cosplay this potato thing, maybe even buy yourself an ocarina, just have a blast of a time. Do a little tune. Take it away, Lewis. Thanks, Lewis. Punch out! Now you get to beat up discount Mike Tyson when referee Plumberman announces your funeral about 30 seconds later. Then, there's the N64 with things like Pokemon Stadium. I mean, look at this! Oh, it's so fucking cool! Quick, GoldenEye. The Mario 64. Who can forget the King Bob-omb?
Yeah. Yeah, he's super fucking fair.
Speaking of amazing games, let's look at the beginning of Smash Bros, one of the best games ever made. Alright, now we're pumped. Let's see some Tetris. Yeah! Now, gaming, as everything does, has its bad sides. It might distract you from life. It might pull you away from things that might be happening outside. For example, if your friend asks if you want to go out, but you can't because you need to finish this last level or fight this last boss. And it can pull you away from so many things. For example, if you're supposed to be doing work right now and you're playing games, stop. For example, if you're, I don't know, playing The Walking Dead and you should be editing a video, and if you don't edit the video, it's going to end soon, meaning I'm going to stop talking.
Vi.
Do you want to stop playing? You want to put down that controller?
Wait a minute, no we don't. Hang on, just... No,
Vi.
we don't have a minute. You need to put down the controller because right now, this video is going to end. Right, I'm really done. Just...
Vi.
No,
Vi.
no.
Vi.
Look, if you don't put down that controller, this video is going to end.
I'm nearly done.
done.
Yeah, I'm nearly...
Vi.
No,
Vi. 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 Vi.
Okay, next up we got ourselves some fighting games, you know? And who doesn't love ripping someone's spinal system out of their dizzy body? I mean, not for real, that's like... illegal. You have these people who say it causes violence in the world. I don't see it personally. The only thing I think it caused was children trying to spell every C word with a K. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat and other fighting clones to come out were made to create demons out of all of us. No, it's probably just made for fun. I mean, look at this. Doesn't this look fun? What's amazing is the older Mortal Kombats used mocap technology to add real people into the game, which at the time was incredible. Very glad, however, they did not pursue this, because it'd get harder when Jax is beating up Alien, and that just looked wrong. Simple reason that the character is you. When you play non-speaking character Shell, you become Shell. When you play the Lone Wanderer, you are the Lone Wanderer. Even named full-voice characters become us, such as Telltale characters, such as Lee Everett, press F, Clementine, press F. That guy, I guess. When you play an RPG, you are taken to a whole new world where your choices matter. You are this hero, and we all want to feel this. I can't say for you watching, but my life is pretty awesome. We connect to these characters because we are these characters, and that is the whole point of these games. Let's look at one of the most popular RPG games, and let's give it a try ourselves.
Fuck, shit, fuck.
Okay, I hate RPGs now. Just move on before I break another fucking controller. Hiya! Remember this game? This game was a game that before Monopoly ruined friendships because someone wants to be Oddjob, but he can't be Oddjob because he's too small to hit. All FPS games are better known as first-person shooters are a fun escape that typically don't have a story mode, but usually a leveling up system, making the game as replayable as possible. For example, Call of Duty is a long-term game series that brings out a game nearly every year, and the reason they managed to bring out the same game and have positive results is because being able to go into a war with your friends without having real-life consequences is fun. Speaking of real-life games without real consequences, Doom is also a super popular FPS where Doom Guy goes to hell on Mars. No, wait, hear me out, I'm not on drugs, I swear. These games hold a special place to me, as since I started playing TF2, I've had many fun memories and made friends from all over the world, showing that even these violent games bring people together and can do good in the world. Rhythm games are always fun, whether it's Guitar Hero, Thumper, or even Parappa the Rapper. Wait, what? Parappa the Rapper is considered the first rhythm and music game. In this game, we follow Parappa the dog, who wants to become a hero. So, to do this, he's taught how to make music from a sensei onion. Unfortunately, it doesn't get any better with these games, as next is Thumper. And in this game, you play as a beetle and kill things with music. As weird as this game sounds, it's actually the first of its kind, combining music and rhythm theme with violence nature. It's known as one of the best rhythm games released and still has 92% positive rating with an 85 on Metacritic, and won the 2016 Music Rhythm Gaming Award. Let's be real, we're waiting for me to talk about how Dance Dance Revolution was a huge thing in Japan, but then thanks to American popularization and the illegal copying over countries, and so the only good song we all know from these things is Cotton Eye Joe, well, no time, gotta move on. It's impossible to talk about games and why we play them without talking about the technology that goes into these games. Take the Wii for example. It had to do something to stand out from every other console, and how? With motion sensors. And this was a big deal, and the fact that this happened in 2006 is amazing to me. In just 48 years, which is a lifetime for some, we leaped in technology so much we are able to play Mario Kart with a steering wheel. 48 years is nothing. Half of the people watching this are probably around that age. Nintendo took something like the motion sensor and then also added accessories such as the steering wheel and even the nunchucks, which seem oddly familiar, and I don't know why. Especially when playing some Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. Probably because boys like sports.
Now, it isn't just about the physical tech, but AR has come a long way too. Augmented reality was first introduced in the 90s to help the US Air Force train. Over time, this changed, and in the year 2000 in the University of South Australia, they created AR Quake, which was the first augmented game, which sounds fun, but to run the game, they had to have specialised computers strapped to their back. And this looks more stupid than me trying to get out of a beanbag chair.
Come on, my son.
And now with Pokemon Go, this is gaining more and more popularity, and this is fantastic as it's the first step into the future of gaming. Since the first Pokemon blew us all away and broke records, we wanted to live the life of Ash Ketchup, Relish and Mustard. With AR, this became a reality, and of course, AR is helped with VR. The next segment is VR, that's what I'm saying. As we come to an end, it's important to talk about the newest form of gaming, and that is VR. But where did VR originate, I hear you shout? Because you can't hear me. Because you've got those stupid AirPods in. First came the Virtual Boy, released by Nintendo in 1995, and with the high hopes of skyrocketing past the competition, being able to leave them in their dust. Unfortunately, the only dust seen was on the Virtual Boy's boxes, as no one wanted them. They hurt your neck, your back, your eyes, your kidneys. Seriously, this thing would have been better in a Saw movie. But with every dark cloud there is a silver lining, and thanks to Virtual Boy sucking so much, we managed to take the remnants and create something amazing. The three powers of Oculus, PlayStation VR, and well, Xbox were too scared to do anything, so Nintendo thought, we failed the first time, let's try this cardboard box that we'll charge 60 quid for. When VR launched, the first thing people did was make some decent horror games. There was one with these dolls that would move around and then would be behind you. There was an It game made for VR to promote It. One of the best games was even put on VR, Resident Evil 7, a truly terrifying experience outside of the headset would leave people catatonic when inside the VR. This gave Resident Evil something it was missing, and that was scary, pissing your pants, jump scares, and genuine fears that made me scared to open my door. But of course, VR decided to make the greatest rhythm game ever, even better than Parappa the Rapper. Introducing Beat Saber. Although this looks super cool when you play, when you're being recorded against your knowledge, not so cool.
God, you are terrible at this!
So what was the point in all this? Well, if you couldn't tell, I'm a gamer. And gaming has always held a special place in my heart. Games were my life. It helped me and my dad bond over his PS2. The first gift I ever remember receiving was a Game Boy Advance SP Blue Edition. It helped me and my family get closer with Just Dance. And it gave me friends when I thought I couldn't get any. Gaming, like many others, has a special place in my heart, in all of ours, and I hope you've learned something today. And I hope you've learned that games aren't all violent and useless. In fact, games can help all of us. You've been watching Gaming Through the Ages, and this is Game Over. Thank you.
Why do you think people play games?
I think it can be for a number of reasons. I think sometimes people play them because they're bored, which is the boring answer.
I think people play games because it makes a lot of people feel like they can achieve something, especially with hard games. And you feel like you're actually growing, not in game just because the game's telling you. You feel like you're getting way better because you are learning it yourself.
But I mean, sometimes if you like a challenge, or maybe if you want to forget about stuff, they're quite good for it. And I think they're kind of good for teaching you stuff and giving you like an emotional connection to them, depending what the game is as well.
You feel like you're actually improving at something a lot faster than you would in real life. You know, it's really hard to get good at, say, a sport in real life, a craft, or, you know, something that you could produce for like a business or whatever. But in a game, I feel like you can improve on something, and it may feel subtle.